Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Shenaniderp server. On today's episode, I have lots and lots of ideas. But first things first. Obviously on the last episode we worked on the clock tower. Now I'm not going to be finishing that this episode because I don't have the clay for it. However, I have been working on a few other things, specifically this room right here. Now, this is my room where I gather up things like smaller trees and saplings and that kind of stuff. Specifically, in this case, the new rubber trees. Because, well, you can use these for bloody anything. So basically what it does is it just tears out the tree every 2 minutes. And then as the leaves decay, they fall, they get caught in here, and then everything goes in there. And then that way I can keep the rubber saplings up and running. So I don't have to worry about running out. We know of this room because of that up there. That was the fully functional solar panels that I set up in the last episode. I have set up the other wall the same, well, similar. This thing's hard to fly. There we go. Okay. So there's solar panels on two of the walls now, and they're both connecting in here. So I'll probably be making something, I don't know, something. But I did finish up putting in the glowstone in all the walls. So now I just have to worry about the roofs, and I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to light the roofs. I guess, in technicality, I could put some, like, glowstone blocks behind, for example, that block right there, and make it a micro block, just a slab. And it would light up the side pretty well. Might work. I don't know. But not a priority for me today. Today, my priority is to use this thing. I figured out what it is and what it does. Well, a general idea of what it does. Basically, it takes multiple forms of power. Railcraft, buildcraft, IC2 power, and transforms them into a fourth kind of power, basically, a power unit. And then from there, these blocks can, well, specifically this block right here, can take that power and turn it into any of those three. This one is for IC2. This is that universal charger thingy. Basically, you throw your stuff in a chest that's adjacent to it, and it charges that. Now, what you need to do that is couple of different blocks. You need an input block, a bridge, and then one of the output blocks. Now, each of the input blocks is for each of the different types of power. There's a steam block for railcraft, there's an IC2 block for IC2, and there's an MJ block for buildcraft, yeah. So, EU block for IC2 and MJ block for buildcraft. Man, sometimes I can't talk. Now, there is not a block for bluetricity. So the only way you can take power from bluetricity and turn it into anything else is to use the blue electric engine and turn it into buildcraft power. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is setting up a system somewhere up high. I'm not 100% sure where exactly. I'm thinking maybe right about there, but might just as well make it above the castle. I don't know. But have a whole bunch of solar panels, a whole bunch of the blue electric windmills powering a blue electric engine, which gives me buildcraft power, and a couple other different sources of power that I can think up, and put them all into the receiving end, turn that power all into buildcraft power, and then use an energy tesseract to transport it down to the castle, where it goes through another universal power bridge and turns it all into whatever I want. That sounded complicated, didn't it? Well, let's get started building the bloody thing, and let's see if we can make it a little less complicated. First thing I need is a platform to work off of. And I think I'm going to build it over this way. Like, I'll start it here, so a corner will be here, but I'll build it off in that direction. Maybe not that direction. Let's build it over there in that direction. That way I'm covering an ocean and not land, because I plan on using that land here very, 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 very soon. But we're going to have to build this pretty high up. Actually, I'm not 100% sure how high up I'm going to have to build this, because the windmills for red power are a little, well, they're based on wind, and the wind gets stronger the higher up you go. So let's go up to about, I don't know, what do you say, 200? 200 works for me. Ooh, I ran out of dirt. Alright, so up 200, and I can barely see the castle. And I just realized I don't actually have that much in the way of nickelite, so I can't make the solar panels. I can, however, attempt to make a setup that I had on the last server, where I had blah 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 blah. Yeah, blah blah blah. IC2 power coming from the nether, which I guess is a thought. But yeah, so have a pump in the nether. It gives power. It gives IC2 power. And yeah. Oh, don't shift and roll your... I don't know what this does. I don't know what it's supposed to be doing when I hold shift and use the mouse wheel. It's like it wants to change items, but it can't. I don't know. So I shall finish filling in this, and I will come back after the boring bits. Oh, hey, by the by, I figured out the gates. Thanks to a couple of people in the comments pointing out that, well, whatever these things are called. Hang on, let me go see if I can find one. These things, autocratic gates. Okay, there's a bunch of different types of gates, but... Ooh, pipe. Let's get some wooden pipes involved here, so I can show it off. Oh, yes. Hey, okay, a little bit of lag, but, nope. Wait, what the heck? Where did the pipe go? It's... What the... Fracking lag. The pipe disappeared. Where did the pipe go? Great. Well, I just lost a wooden pipe. Let's try that again. I guess with a regular wooden pipe now. Okay, so, you take your autocratic gate, you right-click on a pipe, and it puts this fancy-looking thing up, and then you right-click on that, and you get access to the gate UI. Now, different types of gates give different types of user interfaces and do different types of things, but I haven't played that deeply into it. All I know is that this is the condition involved, which actually I shouldn't really be playing with, but you have a bunch of different types of conditions that you can use, like space in inventory, items in inventory, inventory full, blah, 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 blah. And then on this side, you tell it what to do. Energy pulsar, which will send multiple pulses. Redstone signal, one solid redstone signal output, and that kind of thing. So relatively easy. And then we shift and, shift and right click to get it back. Whereas if we left click, we break the pipe, but we get both back anyways. So not much of a loss if you accidentally do that. But I got that set up and working, and it runs significantly faster than the redstone engines. At least it will suck everything out of the macerator that much faster. It just doesn't, work that much faster because right now it's limited to how fast the macerator can go because I never bothered to put any more power into it. And since right now I have 546 stacks of rods, I don't think I need it to go any faster. I think it works fine. So, let's see. What was I doing? Well, I need a couple of different things. First thing I need is a block of diamond, which I'm starting to run low on. I might take up... Who is it? Pokemon Fox. I might take his idea about the zombie pigmen. They drop gold nuggets. Get them to drop the gold nuggets, then turn them from gold nuggets into gold bars, and then from gold bars into diamonds using the minium stones, which I already know how to set up. Of course, that just means that I use even more minium stones. I have blown through so many freaking minium stones now, it's ridiculous. And I've only been doing that for like 4 days. Anyways, I need a block of diamond, I need a block of iron, because I want to make the kinetic generator, which is the windmills. The generator part of the windmills. And to do that, we have to go the whole way down to the diamond draw plate, which requires micro blocks. So I need 9 iron. So I will spend the next while. It's always a pain in the ass to make these insanely multi-step builds. So I'll spend the next little while putting together everything and come back with 4 of them at least. 4 of them and 4 of the windmills themselves. So I'm back up here at the platform and I've made a slight change to where it is specifically and how big it is, because it is now completely inside one chunk. That way I can do this. And now this chunk is always loaded. That way I have power out the yin-yang for as long as I need it. So let's... Okay, so I gotta do it that way. I bet you since these are red power, they turn with the screwdriver too. So no fear there. Let's find out. And yes, they turn with the screwdriver. And I just missed that spot. There we go. Okay, that's where it needs to go. Okay, and for the record, these things are a giant pain in the butt to make. They are expensive, large. That might be too far for the chunk loader. I don't know. There we go. Okay, so now we got 4 of the wind turbines. These are the good ones. These are the big ones. They're the ones that produce the most power. But of course they need more wind, so I figure up here on the 200th block should be more than enough. I get out of the windmill. Whoa, hey. It's slightly glitchy, these things, because they're kind of there, kind of not. So you get bounced around with them a lot. Alrighty, so, you know what I need? I need to get out of here without falling into those things. Ooh, I also need to hit F9. Oh, and I hit Alt. Wait, I hit Alt and I just floated there for a second. I shouldn't have been able to do that. I'm on a server. What was I looking for? Oh, wait. No, what was I looking for? Oh, yes. Not there. These guys. The energy bridge, the BC consumer. This is the input side of the universal energy converter thingamabob. I also need an energy tesseract, and ooh, I need to do a lot of stuff still. Whee! Alright, so that looks pretty close to center. So we put the energy bridge down, and then we have to put the consumer attached to it, so like that. And then we put the blue electric engine like that. And if we can get around the windmills, we connect the power. And fire it up. And that's all we should have to do. I don't know how much power we're producing, but we can take a quick look in something that we can measure by grabbing this guy. So we take our universal charger, we plug it down on the other side of the bridge, and we stand here and we can not watch anything charge. Are we not producing? Oh, there it goes. It's just doing it very, 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 very slowly. And that's probably due to the fact that we're not producing that much power with these 4 windmills. Which is not terribly surprising. But it is going up. Now, if I take those off, do they still charge, or does this thing charge? 2, 2, 3. No, we gotta wait for the power armor legs to charge, and then it will charge the jetpack, which gives us a more detailed look at the, at it. So it shouldn't be too long, so I'll just wait until we're done with that. Alrighty, so the power armor legs are charged. That actually went even faster than I thought it was because the wind picked up and we can see the windmills are spinning a little bit faster now. So now we can see that the advanced electric jetpack is actually producing pretty quick. It's doing pretty good too. So then from here, all we need to do is expand on this idea, which should be relatively easy. I'm just not 100% sure which direction I'm going to go. I think a bunch of geothermal generators, a liquid tesseract, and the liquiducts. Those things. Those things. Combined all of them, put them all together, and boom, baby, we got a lot of IC2 power going through the system. But that's going to take a while. So first thing I need to do is make a buildcraft output, which let's see if I can find these things. I don't know exactly what they're called. I might have to look it up though in the wiki. Or I could just type in BC, since that's it. BC producer. Now that's the output. The producer's the output, the consumer's the input, which is logical. And that is made by taking a BC consumer and putting it in the crafting table. Alrighty. It means I need a Stirling engine, or a steam engine, and gold ingots. Now, Stirling engines are relatively simple. They just need cobblestone. Alrighty, I think I have everything I need. This is the buildcraft consumer, which I need to make a buildcraft producer. Pop. Then our energy tesseract. We will set that to, I don't know, 177. Sounds good to me. Yeah, Chrono BC. Yeah, sure. What the hell not? We want to turn that off because we don't want it to have to activate with a redstone signal. We want it to send only. Alrighty. Yeah, all of this just to take buildcraft power, to turn it into buildcraft power and send it through an energy tesseract. Yeah. Does that sound redundant to you? Because it sounds redundant to me. Alrighty, so let's build our test platform in here, just for the hell of it. we will take our energy tesseract, plunk it down, go with Chrono BC. We will set that to receive only, and then we will turn off its redstone signal requirement. We need the buildcraft consumer, then the bridge, and then something to output the power, like the universal charger. And we have nothing! Absolutely nothing. Did I do something wrong? Or do I have to wait for it to build up? I don't know. Nothing's happening. How do I know if I did it right? Do these blocks light up that I don't know about? Are you set? You're set. Receive only, 177. Redstone signal off. I'm standing on it just like I was. And I'm not getting power. Alright, what am I doing wrong? That is a very, very good question. What am I doing wrong? Oh. Yep, that was my problem. Okay, I think I know what I did wrong. Turns out I didn't activate the first tesseract. Alright, now we got a charge. And now if I stand on it, oh wow, we apparently charged really, really fast. We charged my pants really insanely quick. Yeah, what the crap? I don't know why my pants charged so quick. They shouldn't have. But hey, we've got power. This works. Alright, so the next step we need to do is add more power. So there is a zombie on the clock tower. Wait, why does that sound weird? There's a... Come on. There's a dead zombie in the clock tower. Okay. Yeah, I've got to finish up that clock tower. Alrighty, so step number 2 is to get IC2 power. Lots and lots and lots of IC2 power. So let's think. What would be the easiest way to do that? Well, the easiest way to do that would probably be to get a pump, several geothermal generators, liquid tesseract. Hang on, I'm planning this out in my head. I'll plan this out, I'll build it, and then, well, I'll plan this out, I'll build the parts, and then we'll go into the nether and build it. I think I have everything I need now. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm fairly sure I have everything I need now. And I threw it all in my ender pouch in case I die as I'm traveling through the nether. Though it shouldn't be too much of a problem because my nether portal outputs me into Cow Zone, apparently. But it outputs me into a safe area. So all I should have to do is get a chunk loader, because that just kind of dawned on me. I need a chunk loader, I need a big chunk loader, not just a spot loader. But I'm going to need a chunk loader so I can load an area big enough to load lava. Let's see. I also need more gold. I'm starting to run out of gold. 2 diamond, 2 diamond, 2 diamond. Oddly enough, I'm more concerned about running out of gold than I am about running out of diamonds. As strange as that sounds. Let's see, I need obsidian. 4 obsidian. Obsidian's over here. And a book, which I have lots of. Whee. Well, that's good to know. It's good to know that that works. Now I think I'm ready to play in the nether. I hope. Alright, so what I need to find is a very, very large open chunk of lava to play with. Whee! And I know I can go down by going this way. I also have to be very careful about ghasts. This obviously is not a good place for lava. However, yeah, I thought so. This place will be good for lava. Lots and lots and lots of lava. Right about here. Right about here? Yeah, right about here will do. Which means that I have to dig my way up, and then I have to remember where my tunnel is. So let us set a waypoint. Lava. Let's see. Hole in the wall is that way. Does that mean if I dig that way, I'll get to the tunnel? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Yay, I found the tunnel. Alrighty, sweet. There are so many easier ways to actually get through here. Holy crap! I love this pick. Yeah, holy crap. Alrighty then, now I just need to clear out a small area. It's not going to be that big. I don't think I need the iron tank. So I'm going to try building this entire thing without the iron tank and see what happens. Now, this ought to be interesting, to say the least. So first thing we need is the pump, which goes right there. Then we need the electric engine. Pop. Then we need a geothermal generator. And then theoretically a liquid duct. And one of the liquid tesseracts. Theoretically. So we put the geothermal generator there. We put the liquid duct there. And I just suddenly realized, well, I don't think this will work. But it might. I also just realized we don't have power, do we? Plop. Alrighty, and then I want to give this, let's see, we were at 177, so it's 178. And we'll call this Chrono Lava. And let's set the thing now. Because that was the problem we had last time. I didn't actually click the checkbox for the set frequency, so it didn't take. So we want to send only. And now I need to go get a bucket of lava because we don't have power to start the electric engine. Oh, I also need one more thing, and there it is. Kind of need a lever to turn on the electrical engine. And we just sit here and wait, basically, and see if this thing actually works. I don't know if this will work because of how the liquid ducts work. Wait, no, those are the energy conduits, or whatever they're actually called. This might actually work. I don't think we have to play with the Omni tool to set the directions of input and output. But I guess I'll find out once this pump goes down to where it needs to go. Hopefully I have enough power in the geothermal generator to actually do that. And you're set. And we'll know fairly quickly. Well, once this thing starts pumping lava, we'll know fairly quickly, even though we don't have the other side of the liquid tesseract just yet. Yay, we have lava! And I just had to make sure that it was actually outputting from the pump because I had just run off to get another bucket of lava to power the geothermal generator because it had run out of power. And right when I put the lava bucket in, this thing lit up, so I was wondering if it was pulling the lava back out again. But apparently not, because this is now full. So, now we have all the power in the world. Well, for that thing anyways. And let's head back to our floating Isle of Power. and see how much we can get in with the geothermal generators. Oh hey, one of the cows came back through with me. Well, something seems to have slightly glitched, so I appear to actually need an Omni tool. And I'm off! Okay, so I made myself a crescent hammer because it's easier to make than the Omni tool, and I will worry about making the Omni tool later, once I feel like I, want to deal with waiting for, waiting for the minium stones to give me, cyan wool. Okay, there we go. Sometimes I just cannot talk, and I don't know why. Alright, so now we have lava going to the geothermal generators, and we have a IC2 input. I have no idea why that's saying no link. Oh, because it's not sucking up the power, thus the blue electric engine isn't actually outputting power. It's kind of an interesting concept. I don't know how that works, but it works. But I do need wire, and since this is all low voltage, copper cable should suit me just fine. This is all low voltage, right? I mean, a geothermal generator outputs a max of 60 EU per tick, right? Something like that. I know it ain't 6, that's the generators. Boink, boink. Boink, boink. Hey. There we go. Okay, so now we have our input. Why does it say output limited? I wonder what that means. Alrighty, so let's head back down to our test platform. Boink. Alright. Ooh. We're jumping by thousands. That is sweet. As far as I can tell from the wiki, doing this won't lose you any power. Like, taking IC2 power and turning into buildcraft power with the electric engine, I believe, loses you some power. And vice versa. Wait, vice versa? I don't remember. But from what I understand, you can lose power transferring directly from one mod to the other. This one gave no indication that we would actually lose power in the transfer process. So I don't know if that's true, but it's still pretty cool. And it means that I have slow. Yeah, slow and slightly confused. Input limited, output limited. I don't know what this means. I'm going to have to do some research. It might actually tell me. Sometimes the wiki doesn't tell me things. Yeah, I'll have to look into those things and see what I can find. Outside of that, that was fun. I now have 2 sources of power. One not so good and one really good. What other sources of power could I do? Well, there is still steam power, and the other one. If you ever want to do these things, obviously the central piece is the energy bridge, but the other one that you need to look for, if you type in consumer, it will show you all of them. So we got buildcraft, IC2, low voltage, medium voltage, and high voltage. So that's something to keep in mind. Low voltage, medium voltage, and high voltage power. Oh, and extreme voltage too. Steam consumer, which is railcraft, and then factorization consumer. Now, I haven't played with factorization power too much, but I believe that is like a solar generator kind of thing. I think there's others, but like I said, I haven't played with factorization power too much. So, hey, yeah, we've got something awesome built. So I think that qualifies as a full episode. And if not, well then, I guess I'll be putting more in. Outside of that, I will say see you guys in the next episode. And as always, keep playing the game and have fun.